Let's start it off nicely.
What?
Fucking clown.
Ben White na ilo fitla la tlamba mo mfano ra tamba ntocho.
Who do you trust, Ben White against Haaland?
Haaland piatla everyone.
Haaland no Malaysia.
Haaland piatla everyone.
Haaland. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, stay humble, huh?
Stay humble.
Welcome to episode 2 of season 3 of Football Chats. There's no better way to start it, eh?
Yeah.
Manchester City versus Arsenal. Actually, before we get into us playing as a neutral, how do you feel? I know you were slightly on our side. Slightly, I wouldn't say you were
Everybody was on your side.
Yeah, no. I think it was a good result for me as a neutral.
It took against one.
Yeah, let's not two against one. I think, yeah, with the red card, you obviously had to go defensive and you had to play the game. But it was a good game. I think it was a good game.
It was a good game. How were you impressed with Arsenal going 45 minutes and not conceding? Because I think the thing is, it wasn't a matter of when. If City are going to score, it was a matter of when.
When they're going to score.
Because they were obviously going to score. At some point.
Definitely.
It's just that, like, obviously we conceded at the very last moment.
Yeah.
But in terms of that defensive display from Arteta, what are your thoughts on that? Because,
No, I think right now with the two centre backs, you have and the goalkeeper, you have a good structure there. So if you know goalkeeper's on form though, so I think it just do you do stuff right now?
It highlights that importance of that triangle that they speak of, your two centre backs plus your goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You guys had Matip, Van Dijk, Alisson. You guys at some point it was Otamendi was the other guy, Company,
and Edison.
It reinforces that importance. But yeah, for you, like it's one of those ways.
Yeah, it's one of those. Just I'm happy with the results. Yeah, I'm happy.
Roger. On to this.
Let's start with you.
Stay humble.
Let's change things. Let's start with you.
Let's start with me.
Yeah. How was your take on the game and your defense?
What did I tell you the entire week? When we were speaking every day, you're like, what do you think is gonna happen? And I told you, stay in the game. That's literally it.
That's all that happened.
With City, it's a matter of staying in the game. Mm-hmm. I was scared that if we go 1-0 down,
you wouldn't be able to come back.
You won't be able to come back. But to go 1-0 down at City, come back and take the lead.
For the majority of the game.
Look, also, let's be honest. You could argue that not having De Bruyne and Rodri worked in our benefit. But also, it did, but also with us, we didn't also have Odegaard. In the second half, we had to take out Saka to play Ben White. We thought they were... We didn't have to, but circumstances, You get what I'm saying? So, this is good. So, when I look at it, it's one of those games where I'm like, shout out. Shout out for staying in the game. It works for the league. It's to the benefit of the entire league. It keeps Liverpool close. It keeps Newcastle close. Aston Villa, Chelsea. Like the whole top 4, top 6 is separated by 3 points.
Sure.
So that result is to the benefit of the league. But for us,
the league just started, so
yeah. But you don't want the worst thing we want. It's City going 4 or 5 points ahead in the form that they're in right now.
Okay, I get that.
And in terms of how I feel about the overall game, I feel like we had you rattled, bro.
No,
I think we had you frustrated. Haaland throwing the ball at Gabriel's head.
But because that's the thing, we never expected Trossard to get out. You guys never also expected Trossard to get out. What we were expecting is a game here or 11v11, let's go. Arsenal versus City. So now Trossard leaving or getting a red card, and you guys having to change your entire gameplay. You change your entire gameplay, just defend. We weren't expecting that. We did what we had to do.
What
Like
do
you
think
said,
about the red card?
it's like Declan Rice. They
Yeah.
deserved it.
I think the red card, like,
They deserved it.
yeah, like when you look at it really, like, boy,
They deserved it.
don't give
wasting
the
time.
referee an option. Like,
Sure.
you get what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a matter of just don't give the referee the option to do that to you.
Sure.
Because honestly, like, I saw Super Sly last week. He did the same thing on a yellow. He didn't. With Michael Oliver was the referee,
Was he
didn't-
on a yellow?
He was on a yellow. Michael Oliver didn't. This week he did it. You know, last year Kovacic, remember with the red card, he
Sure.
argued, I was trying to let the game flow. Well, why don't you have the same?
Because it's not referred to 11
Yeah, flow.
No,
Because
but
it's not referred to 11.
Mara yellow
the
game.
officials said.
Yellow,
The
yeah,
official
rules.
they gave him the red card because he kicked the ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. According to the rules, like, you know, that's what I'm saying.
That is the right call.
Yeah, no, he deserved it.
Sure.
Don't give the referee the option at the end of the day. But
But
obviously, referees
I
are
would say-
inconsistent. But yeah,
Sharp, you're changing your gameplay. So us, we had to just work with what we can, which is okay. Arsenal is not getting out of their half. It's like they're not even going 5 meters away from their box.
and you speak of that because the 78 possession,
Sure, and that's the entire game.
705
Second half it
passes,
was 91 to 9 possession.
91 to 9.
That second half, sure. So they'll tell about, okay, no, we have to work with what we got. Let's press them. Just keep pressing them. Something's going to happen. Remember I told you already. Just keep shooting. That's the only way we have to score. Because Arsenal was closing every pass. The only way is just shoot outside the box and let it bounce to a Haaland, whoever's in the box, and let them finish. Bounce 2 stones. He saved us. But it was a great game. I would have loved to see it in a 11v11.
11
Just to see where both teams are mentally with regards to the start of this league and how they're going to continue on with this league. But it was a great game. Still number 1 on the log. Still happy. Now I have you guys out of the way. Remember I was telling you I have you out of the way.
Yeah.
Now
I also have you out of the way.
all the teams that are coming my way are catching hands.
Yeah.
When am I versus New Year?
30th of November, I think.
That's still quite far.
Isn't it this month? Isn't it October? I think it's October. I think it's not. It's very soon. It's very soon. But while you check that, what do you think? And maybe Pen, you may also want to add on this. How do you think about people starting looking at things and saying maybe a new rivalry is being born just by how the reactions of the game, like how we had Bernardo Silva here. He said there was only one team that came to play. The other came to play to the limits of what was possible to do and allowed by the referee. The referee, unfortunately, that to me, coming out and also saying, Arsenal have not won any trophies. Liverpool won trophies. Liverpool won Champions League.
Yeah.
Like under normal circumstances, City are not used to Arsenal being in a difficult position against Arsenal. That's why in the previous game they were able to say, "Yeah, you guys came for a draw.
Okay, yeah.
Today you're the one celebrating a draw."
Yeah,
Do you think it's right that? Do you see it? Do you see a new rivalry being born, or are we just being too excited over a game that, ended in 2-2?
Past 2 seasons, you guys have been number 2.
Sure.
It's the start of a rivalry. Obviously, depending on if Pep is going to leave. Because if Pep leaves, that changes City. But we're still going to dominate, but that's going to change everything. But it's a new rivalry. Like I said, I told you, it's the same story, just a different character now.
It's just a different character.
Sure.
And now, I think Bernardo mentioned that with you guys, like, others wanted to win the game, but it was never fierce. Like, there were never... It was always fingu in the field, but it was never brass wanting to headbutt each other and everything like that.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
It was not that deep.
It's not that deep. Even against Liverpool, it was never that deep. Yeah,
No, the thing is, brass are trying to make it seem like Arsenal are trying to make it that deep. Like,
no, it's not.
Now we're gonna be in your faces and make
like
it
our classical rivalry.
Yeah, like
No.
red cards type of situation.
I don't think there's ever been, maybe back then, but recently, maybe in the past 10 seasons, I don't think there's ever been a rivalry like an El Clasico rivalry in the Premier League. Sharp, City, Liverpool have had their rivalry, but it never got to a point where now guys are headbutting one another. Oh, guys,
North London Derby has that. North London.
yeah, you guys are just hate one another. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a hate way.
Mm,
You know, rivalries are not formed purely based on hate.
But you guys' hate is not hating to compete
Yeah.
as the best in the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are we forcing it a bit?
Sure.
It was just a good game.
Yeah.
It was just a heated game. Nothing. There's no hate there.
So you see, with our classic, at least they're fighting for the dominance of the La Liga. So, why is that La Liga, man?
Yeah. What? The
Yes,
league?
we-
Yeah,
sure.
the league. When
In
no one's
the
playing the
league,
league.
right? So yeah, but
Okay.
you guys
fair.
are rivalry.
Yeah,
That's
so
rock.
1st of December,
1st of December.
you are coming to Anfield.
That's still very far. I think by then I'll probably be still top. No, still number one fully.
How sure?
100% sure.
Hmm.
Still number one at that time.
Hey man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Nah, trust us.
Some of these,
Number one.
yeah. But let's move on. Okay. This is weird. I found myself when I was preparing for the show. I was like, AFL should be starting right now. Apparently, there's some uncertainty around it, whether it's going to happen or not. Last year we saw 8 teams go head to head. After that, it was presented to us that no, we want to make it bigger. We want to have 24 teams, and it must be more prize money. It must be this big African competition that's different from the Champions League. But apparently, there's some uncertainty of whether it's even going to happen. It's supposed to be starting very soon, but. What do you think? What do you think about the
Hasn't been
AFL?
any
Was it a
focus
good
on
idea? Was it a good idea? Are you surprised that there are stories coming out that it maybe or may not be happening?
I mean, when you consider like even just Google searching,
AFL.
yeah, like, you don't find anything like it's a very,
For this year, innit?
yeah, it's a very skeptic watch. But then, sure, it's just adding on to competitions already, because then you start with the MTN 8, then you have the league, then you go into CAF games, then midway through you have the Nedbank Cup games, and then you still want to play a tournament. I think it was a good start. It was a good initiative for last year. Yeah, get it up in there, running sharp. But moving forward, I don't think it will be a good.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's competition for the CAF Champions League now.
Yeah.
Because it will be pretty much the same.
Do you think that's what happened when they went back and really sat down, or like we literally trying to reinvent the CAF Champions League? Why don't we just plunge all that investment into the CAF Champions
Exactly.
into the CAF Champions League instead of developing a whole new league? What do you think?
They're just trying to copy Super League.
They're trying to copy whatever.
They're trying to copy the Super League.
Yeah, but also Brazil hence why they don't just dive
Mara,
into
you can clearly see it's not working. Like you said, players are gonna get tired. That's too much for a player.
We were counting it offline. We said it's if Pirates, let's say the AFL was this season.
Sure, and Pirates competing in everything.
That's DStv Prem.
Yeah, I bet way.
Betway. Ningasingisha imali. Ngiyaxolisa ningasingisha imali. But okay, there was Betway,
Yeah.
Nedbank, Cullen,
MTN 8.
MTN 8, Cullen Black Label, CAF,
Sure.
and AFL.
And AFL.
That's 6 different tournaments in one season.
Which is a lot. There's not enough time.
There's not enough time.
And then plus you want to include also international breaks.
Yeah.
There's not enough time.
And we were speaking about this international breaks and the amount of football soccer players are playing. Do you think it's gonna get to a point where these bros strike, like Bras?
They get paid too much money.
Yeah, I think it gets to that point because Bras have trainings in and out. 3 days in, you're playing Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Monday night sometimes, and then in between that is Champions League if you're inside, EFL games. I think the games are too much for Bras.
Like,
Oh, wait, I want to check something.
yeah.
Who's the highest paid? You go Kolenata.
Man, I get hard. Like you can
Ah,
mention
yeah.
no, you can mention and say
There
Bras.
was a video online. They were
Wow.
asking if is it reasonable for football players to strike, and they're like,
It's not.
Nah, it's not because they're getting paid too much.
Who's the highest paid? How much is
Yeah,
Salah
but
getting?
what's too much? What's too much for your body?
£300,000.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? What's
Yeah,
too much for your body?
Sure.
Ah, bang it.
Great guy. Such a
Great guy. What a guy.
Manager, I hear that, but just because you are paying it doesn't mean Tantul Hafiz.
Yeah, bro. Because now it's like,
As
oh,
well
yeah,
as he's
I'm paying you
That's
3.
what I visa, but it's just like
That's
I think-
7 million rand a week.
Sure.
7 million rand.
What's your share?
You're getting 7 million rand a week.
The
So what's
chat
your
is
choice?
you have to play for that money. That's what
Exactly.
chat is.
Yeah,
You get
okay,
any-
that's what I'm saying. What's too much for your body?
Medical, you don't pay for that. You get top medical paid by your team.
Okay.
If you do get injured.
Okay.
Clothing, in terms of kitty or shoes, your sponsor pays you, gives you those.
Child.
You have other sponsors
But
for your
your
face.
chat is right now, as long as you pay you, you must. That's what you're saying.
And exactly, that's what I'm saying. What is
Sure.
too much for your body, bro? Like, we said this, and like, Sharp, you're paying me all this money. Like, I'm putting my body on the line, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, regardless of whether you're paying me 7 million, regardless of whether you have me on a billboard as Jude Bellingham, like, I'm putting my body on the line.
Yeah,
I'm-
and if something happens to your body, it's fully covered.
it's fully covered. I
The
get how.
footballers die.
Any-
Like you can die from playing football.
Yeah, you can die.
Hospital.
You can die from going to work in the Monday morning.
So then what's your chat then?
What's your
Because
chat?
what
When you
does
get
it-
paid enough, you can't be striking because of the amount of games. You get paid too much
But
money.
you're just saying
to be
games. This doesn't include the traveling. This doesn't include the practice
That's what I'm
sessions that we're having, dog. Like no ways.
Like, this guy's never home.
That's
Literally.
fine.
That's fine.
Travel with your family, bro.
Dog, after a season, if you make it to Champions League final, Europa final, you only have 3 weeks left of preseason. 3 weeks just to rest before preseason officially starts.
You sure?
That's
Now,
3
if
weeks
you
of
have a
rest.
Euro or World Cup after that Champions League.
No, bro. Like you must remember, in Europe they also play UEFA National. What's that UEFA?
Nations
Nations
League.
League, yeah.
No, I
That's
get
it.
Nations League is fitted into international breaks.
International.
But I'm
Keep in
saying,
mind, Jorge, these guys when they go to practice, they don't practice from 9 until 5 p.m. Their practice is usually 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, chill.
bro,
This is ball work. Sometimes you're in the gym.
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, but their practice is 2 to 3 hours, and then you're child. Then they
doesn't
go to
really-
the
it doesn't
matter,
But
they have
you
they
know,
leave.
in that break they have, you find more. Let's say Jude Bellingham, he has to go for food with deep.
Yeah, that's you. No, that's your personal things now. Let's not include your personal things. That's
You
your
have
personal
to,
things.
bro.
You have to.
For what?
have to.
Why are you
It's part
including
of
your
the
personal
job.
things?
Part of the job.
No, that's part of your personal things. You wanted to be the face of Adidas, it's your personal things. No, robots, I don't patalo robe face Adidas. Robotalo robe training Real Madrid in the morning, 10 o'clock, watching at 3 p.m. That's what you pre and then match game one. So I already know I'm gonna be JB, the
Some
face
have
of Real
evening
Madrid.
sessions.
No ways.
Some teams have evening sessions.
Yeah, but 2 hours.
No, I hear you. The whole photo shoot and everything, you need a person. But that's all part of being a footballer.
No, it's part
like
of
when
the
Real
lifestyle.
Madrid sign you, they know this guy has like commitment sometimes. He has
That's fine.
Adidas
That's
commitment.
understandable because obviously you have to make money as a player.
But we're saying, Roger, there's Andrew Sharp and
Mara, let me finish up. Mara, the team is paying you. The team is paying Salah 7 million rand a week to come to training and for game time.
yeah,
That's it.
sure,
That's all they pay him for.
sure.
And it's fine for him to go strike. He's still saying it's fine for him to go
Yes.
strike.
If that man is playing 50 games consistently in a year, boy, go strike, boy,
No, 50 games, no.
go strike, boy,
No ways.
go strike.
No ways. I still
We
refuse.
were arguing about this already. You look at certain players like your Jack Wilsheres and everything. Bafana Bali, by what's this? By 25, his legs were already done. Because Nakapiyu, his legs were already done. They were done, boy. They were done with him.
He just didn't have it in him like that.
In front of that boy,
Hasta ahora Nakapiyu.
let's be honest.
No,
Jack
hasta ahora
Wilshere-
Nakapiyu, bro.
Joe, like,
Can't use that as a reference.
No, but also if you look also at Foden's stance, like he was good enough to break into the first team at 17, but he was not playing as many games.
As many games, exactly. We've argued this before. Or sometimes it's like Kobe Manu. You need to ease him in. If you're playing him every week, boy, what's
These kids
that
are
mean?
soft. The issue is these kids are soft. Messi, Ronaldo, they were playing game in, game out. Game in, game out. For how many years? For 10 years straight, game in, game
But
out.
that's what's happening with the La Masia boys right now.
Yeah, boy.
And
Look what's happening. Look what happened with Pedri. Look what happened with Ansu
these
Fati.
new
What's
boys are
happening with
soft.
Gavi right now?
What's happening with Gavi?
That's what I'm saying. These new
God
boys are
forbid I
soft.
don't want it to happen to
It's
Yamin
not about
Yamal.
being soft.
They
but
soft. Therefore, it's not. Don't say it's not about that. They are soft.
Boy, it's not a bit of that.
They are soft, bro.
But you are aware that there are instances where soccer players die, right?
No, I get that. No, that one I
Like you just collapse on the field.
No, yeah, that I get. We've witnessed that.
So just because you're paying me 7 million, it's okay to push my body limit to that extent.
Sure. Fully.
This is why we are striking.
This is why we are striking. This is why we are striking.
Okay, sure. You strike, I take a pay cut. I take away games, I take away a pay cut.
But bro, do you know how many guys fall into depression? How many footballers fall into depression?
But how many family?
I'm only game time.
You have an entire family. No, not even that. Let's say.
And they're trying to feed their family. Wow, what depression?
It's not even that. Let's say in the most literal sense, like my family's fine. Mama Zala let time I have a wife, I have kids.
Sure.
But I don't ever get to take my kids to school in the morning. In Kalahari.
Sacrifice you gotta do, mate, bro. So you're on a strike.
Sacrifice.
Stop playing soccer then.
Imagine
Stop
having
playing soccer
But
then.
we're not in America.
Yeah.
It's football.
Stop playing soccer. This guy.
They play soccer in America.
bro, this is football. It's not soccer, bro.
It's not soccer.
Hey, Shabo don't diski then.
Yeah.
Stop what I diski then, simple.
Okay, let's leave this one. But you if they want to strike,
Yeah, I'm for it.
Brazilian was striker.
I'm against it.
I trusted you, man.
You're paying so much money.
I had no doubts. If there was any, I had no doubts. You know, Payne was 50-50, but when he made his points, I agree. All right.
Getting paid too much money for that.
So football is back. Football is back. Bagania is currently playing right now 0-0. The Betway Premiership. How's the start been? How do you feel about it? Honestly, just feels like the same league, different name. But
Yeah.
how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I don't think there's any like.
PSL.
Yeah, not
PSL.
Yeah, there hasn't been anything new, funny one, but yeah, man, the league is going okay. I think.
We were at the Sundowns game. What do you make of that?
I don't know. I think, first of all, with the way Mangoba set up the team, he's preparing for life after Tembazwane. Tembazwane is 4.
Yeah, he's going to
actually,
lose.
Yeah, like you can see with the way it's set up, and it's gonna be still so difficult because they can figure out that they still need players to replace these bras. He made 3 subs second half. What did those subs do? Combined and scored very easily. Like Tembazwane is not gonna play all the games. I get where he's at. He's not gonna play all.
And
the
I think he's smart about it.
He's very smart about it. This group came from captaining our national team and then you're gonna put him in the starting 11 now. Against Super Sport, you're playing. They are capable brothers who can play 65 minutes. Let's play Zwane as a sub.
If you can be an impact player, I'll make you that.
His first touch, assist.
First touch, assist. Umjita 3.
Timbingos, number 10.
We're speaking about him like right now he's at a club where like you made a mistake where any other club were elsewhere. Because Flamingberg was probably pissed with that video. Bro, you definitely need that. I can honestly agree with Flamingberg was one of the reasons that he didn't want that, but he's still the fact that Sundowns have these players that I think they need to move on from, but they can come on as impact players could play a big role in how Mangoba works it out. Because like how you said, Tembazwane, you need to prepare for life after football with
and Lodge is the perfect
but
Lodge is what, 32, 31?
Naturally, I know you need to prepare for life without Lodge. You get what I'm saying? So that's what he's doing. I think I agree with Payne is that because those guys immediately when they came on, it was like, you know, back to regular programming.
Yeah, sure.
Before that, it was like Ron was playing as a DM. He had like 25 touches of the ball in the first half. It was, boy, literally 3 subs, 1 play, 1 counter, goal. That's it. Lucky that it wasn't even 4-0.
Yeah.
Lucky. But you guys, for your team, Orlando Pirates, who should be winning this year? That's the motto. Orlando Pirates should be winning.
Going to win this year. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying how are things going? How are
No,
things
no,
going?
they're going sharp. First game against Chipa, I mean, the goal they scored, they could have scored that goal against any other team.
Yeah.
Still would have been
Especially with Charlie being
Yeah.
a shooter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful
Yeah.
goal. Oh, man,
Other
I
than
think
that,
Italy- oh.
we controlled the game. We played well. Forward we go. Champions League. Two
Qualify.
wins out of two. Like so many games, and he's still undefeated. Like 6 games right now. We have played Paris, including MTN 8, CAF Champions League, undefeated.
We're going to the final soon. Like, how is it being a happy people?
No.
This
It's been
Home and
Happy
nothing, eh?
people again, man.
Yeah, home and nothing.
Too
But
much.
like, you speak different about Pirates.
No,
you
like
know?
we've been. Dog.
You-
We've been.
Yeah, we've been
no,
seeing
no,
it
no,
coming
We've
up.
been happy. We've been happy.
No.
We've been-
You used to sit here, and every time we mention
Yeah,
Pirates,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you speak different about Pirates. I'm not complaining.
More
I'm not.
confident.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
but
I love
I'm
it.
just saying that the past 2-3 seasons, Downs have dominated, and in those past 3 seasons, I've taken 4 cups. So I have been happy.
You have been. No.
Uh,
Fair enough. I don't know if you have. Roger, I know you definitely have. The Jude Bellingham has launched a new series on YouTube. Out with the floodlights, or out of the floodlights. Out of the floodlights. It's just read it there. Yeah. What do you think about that? I like it. It's basically like a series about his life, like how, you know,
Him joining Real Madrid.
him joining Real Madrid, the influence his mom has and his dad has in his life. The brother, how like the whole dynamic with the brother, like. What did you think? The first 2 episodes.
I haven't watched the second episode as of yet.
Yeah.
But I actually have. Okay, I haven't finished the second episode. But
Your thoughts.
Wasn't the second episode where he was answering questions?
The second episode was where he was presented as the face of Predator. When they return Predator.
sure, yeah, I've only seen it until that part. When
Yeah.
he steps up and then
When that hologram
Sure.
turns into him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I stopped.
And then like the communication with when he got the ankle injury, and then Ancelotti nonchalant. Rest.
Okay, no, I saw that.
Literally just looked at him.
Type thing
Was
there.
like, okay, it's bad, ne? Rest. I'm not going. Man of few words. I can imagine Ancelotti's a man of few words. Like rest, but like, how do you feel about? Would you want more of this, like soccer players documenting their lives,
The private lives.
their private lives? Like it's quite private.
No.
It's not as private, but like
But what Bellingham is doing.
he's doing it
Yeah.
in the moment.
Yeah, he's doing it in the
I think
moment.
in the
fully.
moment. Yeah.
I think because it's always nice to look back and you see David
Sure.
Beckham and them like trying to piece the piece of their lives, and you're like, okay, you're looking back, but like just to have that in the moment now,
Yeah.
to see what's going on right now, that's even better.
Sure, fully.
So I think it'll be good for content, good for the Zaga, good for Poster Boy.
Speaking of the saga, the fact that it went on YouTube and it's not like it's not on Netflix or it's bought by Prime.
Yeah.
It's they're calling Bellingham Media.
Sure.
Like everything, like I was speaking to Roger, everything is coming back, and when you look at both parents, like you look at the time is like, you know, my boys Bafana ba ka ba dlala
Sure.
bolo, so he's there for them as like out to Bafana ba tsamaya sharp. And then Mama Zala
It's the business
is the
man.
business. One more or the image or Bafana ba ka ba dlala Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mama Zala is the businessman, the boy. Okay, na handling or Bafana ba ka, like that video. Like you can tell it was Mama Zala's influence because he flies to Madrid, signs for Real Madrid. His brother is doing everything.
Yeah.
Immediately after that, boy, we're getting on a
Going back
flight.
to Sunderland.
We're going back to Sunderland because Joe is signing for Sunderland, and you're keeping them so that
There's
obviously
no
you know
separation, sure.
we know who's bigger than
There's
the
no
other.
competition.
But they
amongst them.
to eliminate that sort of competition as yo, bro.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Shout out to Jude. Back to that question, yeah. Back to the strike. So, must Real Madrid pay, or must this guy strike because he's doing this? And Real Madrid must be affected of that strike because he's doing those YouTube things. Even though he's young, he's one, yeah, fine, it's in the moment, at the games, etc. But these YouTube things.
Bro, here's the thing. Shooting the YouTube is being everywhere he is. So
Yeah.
you at the training. If he's at training,
He doesn't sit there and edit things.
He doesn't edit
That's what
things.
he phone so I edit.
Alright, no. As a bang.
But there's a point where
This Buddha.
there's a point where he's speaking to the camera. That's when you know, okay, he's on studio
Yeah,
speaking.
you do it in your free time.
Exactly. So Roma,
Nah, it's
so
like,
you can't strike.
it's like the same way. There's a part where like he was watching his brother play a match.
Yeah, but then
No, I'm saying is that's how he reviews his content.
yeah, and then he was also free nearly Christmas break. It was
Yeah,
Christmas
I'm
break,
nearly Christmas
time
break.
off.
Sure,
You can
man.
do it.
That photo shoot, the Adidas. You saw the photo shoot, the Adidas.
Mhm.
Roma Madrid did something about designer that.
Considering that they're also
No,
sponsored by
but they-
Adidas as well.
Yeah.
It's to their benefit, even.
They should enter because
Okay, sharp. What's Liverpool sponsored by? Nike.
Sponsored by Nike.
In that 7 million Salah's getting, is Nike contributing?
No, there's no.
It's straight from Liverpool again. So some points are already it's because it's sponsored by Adidas. Because Real Madrid is sponsored by Adidas.
No, we're
But
not
they-
saying
two
that.
separate lines.
No, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is that his Adidas commitment should never ever affect his football schedule.
Exactly.
And what they do is that
So you
whatever
guys
he
have
has to
to-
do for even this show is allocated to time where he's not committed to. So he's not on the pitch, he's not at the training. That's where it's allocated to. All we're saying is that, like
That's where you
Payne
get
said,
your resting
like
time.
Payne, that's where you.
That's where you get your resting time.
Arehano, that's where you get
Tja
your.
gore o etsa hang gore wena o betha photo shoot for Adidas mo ko wena. Your resting time o etsere is Adidas.
This
Sa
one-
re faka da.
this one-
So that's a strike.
No, he's fighting nothing.
Man, Payne.
I'm speaking facts.
My G.
My-
So bang,
should on the team, bro. Because
bang,
it's
go
gonna be
patela
like
wena
a-
boss.
some
Because funny
thing.
mo patela ke. O patela re o tle o tlo shoot for mo. Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
So for what you do and then what chase? O chase I don't know chase at 5 o'clock. Because pan ba patela from 9 until 5. After 5 o'clock, ke bothata ba ma.
High times, my time.
Exactly. Gore wena o ile shoot for 18 yate after 5 o'clock ko wena tama.
That's like a public holiday.
You probably.
I was complaining gore no agna nako. I was your strike or no, I want to strike because I don't have time. There's too much things on my schedule. And wa blame go spanning. Go spanning ba o botse re mfana ka chaisa ka 5 o'clock.
Do you know what
We are high or rest.
Maybe
Mara
should
because
have
no
done-
na ke thabang ke a go 18 yard or court. Ke mathata how don't strike. You get paid too much money for that. But otherwise, rechase it.
Yappa.
Shanice.
Like shut it.
Shut it. Look at this yappa.
Let's watch Pirates win.
Bunny, 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 bunny.